Hello there, I'm Whiskey, and in this video I'm going to explain and demonstrate how to beat MagnetMan in Battle Network 5 with only the Buster. The strategies shown in this video are not necessarily all-inclusive. I'm sure there are other methods out there, and I encourage you to test things out and be creative. I don't know if these are the best methods for fighting MagnetMan, but I do know that they work. I'm going to demonstrate how to fight MagnetMan and dodge all of his attacks without any battle chips, but I hope that these strategies and techniques can be useful for you even if you are using battle chips. I'd love to see if someone is able to apply these techniques in a normal fight with chips. I'd also love to see if anyone has any other methods not shown in this video. Please feel free to share your own strategies. But anyway, I hope you find this video helpful and entertaining. As soon as the fight starts, the first thing MagnetMan does is create MagPanls on all corners of the stage. When you step onto a mag panel, they immediately push you off of them, preventing you from staying on that panel. This can limit your freedom to move around on the stage. If you have float shoes, or if you're an electric element, you can move on mag panels freely, completely ignoring their effects. This can give you more control in being able to move where you want on the stage. However, this isn't necessarily a good thing, because MagPanels' effects can be beneficial. MagPanels accentuate your movement by pushing you off of them faster than you can move normally, allowing you to move around more quickly. Here's a comparison of how much quicker you can circle around the stage using the MagPanels. The increased speed can make it easier to dodge some attacks, but every attack is dodgeable with or without float shoes. The strategy and technique for dodging each attack varies depending on whether you have float shoes or not, so which one you use is up to you. I'll cover how to dodge each of MagnetMan's attacks with both methods. When MagnetMan holds his hand out in front of him, he is about to create a magnetic field on the panel you are currently on. Getting caught by the MagField doesn't deal any damage, but it immobilizes you, preventing you from moving for a few seconds. It also triggers an immediate follow-up attack from MagnetMan, either MagMissiles or MagBall. You can break out of the MagField quicker by button mashing. Here's a comparison with mashing and without. If he follows up with missiles, you won't break out in time to dodge unless you mash out, and even then it's not easy to do. You need to mash fast. I'm only sometimes able to pull it off. Usually when I do break out, the mashing just makes me run into the missiles instead of dodging. For this reason, I recommend having the shield program in your Navicust. Getting trapped by a MagField prevents you from moving, but you can still use abilities like shield. If you get trapped, it's easier to shield the incoming missiles than it is to try to mash out and dodge. If he follows up with a MagBall, because of how slowly it moves forward, the MagField effect will usually wear off before it reaches you, even without mashing. So if he follows up with a MagBall, you basically get a free dodge, but you can't count on this happening because he might use missiles instead, so it's better to try to avoid getting caught in the first place, or have shield ready if you do get caught. If you dodge at the last moment as the MagField is appearing, you can do a partial dodge, where you are able to avoid the immobilization effect, but it still triggers a follow-up attack from MagnetMan. This could potentially be useful to force him to attack sooner in order to get a counter, or just to force him to stop moving around. MagField is the most dangerous tool in MagnetMan's arsenal. Everything in this battle revolves around the MagField and where it is placed. Even if you dodge it, it lingers on the field for several seconds, acting as a trap and restricting how you are able to dodge his other attacks. You will be forced to use different dodging methods depending on where the MagField is, but no matter where it is, every attack is still dodgeable. For the next part of this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to dodge each of MagnetMan's attacks, no matter where the MagField might be. When MagnetMan uses MagMissiles, he jumps to either the top or bottom row and fires 2 missiles. The first from his row, and the second from the middle row next to him. They both travel forward, and when they line up in the same column as you, they will turn towards you. One of the simplest ways to dodge the missiles is to destroy one with a charge shot, so you only have to dodge one at a time. After destroying one, wait for the other to pass the column in front of you, and then step forward to avoid it. Another simple option is to again destroy one missile with a charge shot, and then shield the other one. This method can even work if you get trapped on a MagField. The downside with both of those methods is that you need to have a charge shot ready. To avoid this, you can shield both missiles at the same time. Just be careful to not use it too early, or it will block the first missile but wear off before the second one hits you. If you use it just before the first one hits you, it will last long enough to block both. Next, I'll demonstrate how to dodge the missiles, without shooting or shielding. First, if the MagField is in the middle panel. If you don't have float shoes, you can use the MagPanls to quickly move around in a circle around the edges. Wait in the far back panel, then as the first missile is moving into the same column as you, move in the opposite direction away from the missile, either up or down. Then use the MagPanls to continue circling around to the front to dodge the second missile. If you have float shoes, this method won't work, because without the speed increase from the MagPanls, you won't move fast enough to avoid the second missile. But having float shoes instead opens up another option. When MagnetMan fires the missiles, move to the opposite row as him. If he's in the bottom row, move to the top row, or vice versa. Then wait for the first missile to pass the column in front of you. Then hold right to run all the way to the front column. You will pass both missiles safely. Here's a few more examples at full speed. Dodging MagBall is pretty easy. Without float shoes, you can stand in the back, wait for the ball to be in the middle panel, then use the MagPanls to circle around it to the right. If you have float shoes, you should stay in one of the corners and wait for the ball to be in front of you, then move to the opposite row and move forward. While the MagBall is out is also one of the best opportunities to deal damage to MagnetMan, because he won't move for the entire time while it's slowly moving forward. If the MagField is in the back panel, you are restricted to only 2 columns, which makes dodging trickier. This is where using a charge shot or shield can really help out, but it is still possible to dodge without those. Stay in the front middle panel and wait for him to fire missiles. The one on the side row will reach you sooner, so we'll dodge that one first and then the one in the middle row. Wait for the missile in the side row to reach the same column as you. The moment it turns towards you, move back to avoid it. This is the difficult part, as the time between it turning towards you and hitting you is fairly small. Dodging the middle row missile is pretty straightforward. Just move to the side, wait for it to start crossing into your column, and then move forward. Here's the full clip in slow motion. And here's a few examples at full speed. This dodging method works the same with or without float shoes. This can be done consistently with practice, but the timing is pretty strict. There seems to be around 3 frames between the side row missile turning towards you and hitting you, so you have to time it carefully. If you are too slow, you will get hit while moving back. If you move back too early, you can still recover, but you will be in an awkward position and need to make a different short window dodge instead. You could do this deliberately as an alternate strategy, but I find the previous method easier to pull off. By reviewing the video frame by frame, there appears to be a window of only 1 or 2 frames to be able to dodge this. If you move forward sooner, you will run into the middle row missile, but if you wait any longer, the side row missile will hit you. MagBall is still easy to dodge. Wait in one of the side rows and wait for the MagBall to get close to you, then move to the opposite side and then forward. If the MagField is in the front column and you have float shoes, you can dodge the missiles with either of the same methods shown when the MagField was in the middle panel or back panel. The middle panel method is easier, but both work fine here. Here's an example of both. Without float shoes, you will need to use the same method as the back panel, but it's a bit stricter. You need to either move into the same row as MagnetMan, or wait until just before the second missile hits you before moving to the side to give the first missile more time to move off the screen. If you move into the opposite row as MagnetMan too early, the MagPanel will push you into the first missile before it leaves the screen. Dodging the MagBall is always the same if you have float shoes. If you don't have float shoes, it's a bit harder here, but still manageable. Wait in the back middle panel for the ball to get close to you, and then just before it reaches your panel, move to the side. The MagPanel will push you into the middle column, and the ball will be in the back column and be unable to reach you. If the MagField is in one of the side rows, dodging is pretty much the same as when it's in the back. Just move away from it when dodging the missiles. When MagnetMan gets below 50% of his HP, he starts using MagTackle. He will also use MagBall a lot less often at this point, but will still use it occasionally. He can only use MagTackle if there is an empty space to your left. When he uses it, a blue copy of MagnetMan appears on your left side, and they both try to tackle you. Sometimes MagnetMan will do one tackle, and sometimes he'll do two tackles in a row, so always be prepared to move again after dodging the first one. After finishing the tackle, he will reappear on the far right column of the same row that he just tackled from and pause there for a moment before resuming his attacks. This gives you a short opportunity to attack him after the tackle. Dodging the tackle is very simple, but not necessarily easy. All you have to do is move to the side, but you have to react pretty quickly. This is also made harder because you don't know if MagnetMan is going to use MagTackle or MagMissile. The attacks aren't telegraphed until he's using them, at which point you need to dodge. This isn't super hard to do, but you have to stay focused and be prepared to dodge either attack quickly. Alternatively, you can try to stay in the back column, which prevents MagnetMan from using Tackle. This works great as long as you don't let him create a MagField on the back panel, and you can go the whole fight without ever seeing a MagTackle. There is one downside for this. It will cause him to keep spamming missiles and you won't have as many opportunities to shoot him since he rarely uses MagBall at this point, but it's an easier and safer strategy. Before ending the video, there's one more technique I want to show you. I mentioned earlier that MagField is MagnetMan's most dangerous weapon, but what I didn't mention is that it can also be his biggest weakness. MagField cannot be placed on a mag panel, so if you are on a magnet panel when he's trying to place it, he will cancel it and move. But if you move back onto a normal panel immediately after he cancels it, he'll try again instead of moving. If you alternate between mag panels and normal panels with the right timing, MagnetMan will never move and never attack. I don't know anything about music, but the pace at which to alternate between panels seems to be somewhere around 80 beats per minute. Shout out to Rebik for discovering this trick. I never would have known about this if he hadn't figured it out first. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He has a lot of cool videos. You now know how to dodge all of MagnetMan's attacks. All that's left is to go out and put these techniques to use. I hope you enjoyed the video and were able to learn something helpful. Let me know what you thought and how this video could have been improved. I'd like to make more tutorial videos like this moving forward, so let me know what you'd be interested in seeing.